The Columbus Area Business Hall of Fame in 2017 is proud to induct a man who left a business and building legacy that can be seen today more than 100 years after his career began. Charles Wurdeman was an architect and builder. Born in Platte County in 1871 near Creston to a pioneer family, he spent his life here. In 1892, Charles took a vacation from what was then his carpentry business to visit the Chicago World's Fair. While there, he saw an architectural exhibit of the University of Illinois offering a 2-year course. 2 years later, Charles enrolled and graduated in 1896. He then put that education to work. He began his career by designing homes and small schools, doing the carpentry work himself to stay in business. In 1902, Charles landed his first big job, St. Mary's Hospital in Columbus. Reinforced concrete had not yet been invented, so Charles invented a method using crushed flint rock mixed with cement. The formula was used in many of his later buildings and has stood the test of time, both literally and figuratively. From that time forward, Charles built his firm, working primarily in designing public buildings, though he did work on the Evans House in 1908 and the Frederick Gottschalk home in 1911. But that hospital project propelled him into a prolific period, as he took on Humphrey St. Francis School, Central National Bank, the Columbus YMCA, the St. Bonaventure Church Annex, and First National Bank of Cedar Rapids, all by 1910. Over the next 20 years, Charles would literally shape the face of Columbus and surrounding communities. His work included the Platte County Courthouse, work on the Thurston and Meridian hotels, the Carnegie Library in Columbus, the Lincoln Highway Garage Building on 13th Street, St. Anthony's, many of the Columbus Public Ward schools, a further addition to St. Mary's Hospital, and numerous smaller projects. During that period, he did work at St. Francis Hospital in Grand Island, St. Michael's in Tarnów, and projects in Marquette, Cedar Rapids, Silver Creek, Newman Grove, Duncan, Schuyler, Madison, Dwight, and others. Charles continued working into the 1930s and 40s, and his work during that period included the Pawnee Park Memorial Stadium, the original BD Medical Building, St. Luke's Church, and his own office on 13th Street in the building that today houses Wise Buys Carpet. Charles added his son Harold to the business in 1945, becoming Wurdeman and Wurdeman Architects. In 1959, the firm became Raymond H. Reed, Wurdeman and Associates, and Charles entered semi-retirement. He lived until 1961, passing away in his home on 23rd Avenue following an illness. The firm that he began continues today and still bears his initial as RVW Incorporated. Charles was a proud member of the Masonic Lodge, beginning at Lebanon Lodge 58 in Columbus, where he became a Master Mason in 1913. When that lodge disbanded, he joined Acacia Lodge 34 in Schuyler and remained there until his death when he was a 32nd degree Master Mason. While many may not know the name today, seldom would a day go by when Columbus residents would not see the work of Charles Wurdeman. In recognition of his building and business legacy, the Columbus Area Business Hall of Fame is proud to induct Charles Wurdeman in 2017.